angry right now on the first snap.
First play from their 26-yard line. And play action out quickly and into the hands of Jaquan Bloomfield, and Bloomfield picks up a first down on that.
Continue to stay aggressive in this first drive to establish that they're not going anywhere.
Handling the high snap, the handoff to the running back, and that's Caleb Johnson. Johnson with a solid run.
Yep. Congratulations to Caleb Johnson. I think that's a story of the transfer portal working for good.
On 2nd and 7, and Trayvon Connolly is on the run, being chased down and skirts out of bounds. And that's what.
And when you start to focus on me running the ball, I'm going to find a receiver I can pass to.
And Connolly once more out to pass. It's complete as they continue to eke further and further into Rattler territory. Game winning streak. They're playing with great confidence right now. Man in motion. And Connolly flips it out, and it's intercepted into the hands of Javen Morgan, and Morgan with the interception, and just like that, as the Panthers were moving the ball.
So this ball just a little bit high, wet conditioned. So when it goes up, a great defense is going to take advantage when you make a mistake, and Morgan did a good job
after the interception.
Playing safety.
Personal foul, blindside block, defense, number 92. This is a 15-yard.
This offense for the Rattlers, as you mentioned, Jay, he's been a great asset to this team. And on first down, hands it off to Terrell Jennings, who has really taken over and found his stride room. Now number 23 in orange, you see shifting out of Duval County. Musa, play action and into the hands of one of his playmakers, Jamarie Shareed, one of the all-SWAC selections. Now earlier, what Bubba McDowell said earlier this week in our call. Musa, surveying the field again, has a man, and Marcus Riley comes down with it. Marcus Riley tripped up at just about the 2-yard line, make it the 1. Marcus
Riley to let it fly, and we knew Prairie View A&M needed Freddie Bird to have a good game, but just like that, the explosive play hurts Prairie View in a big way, and the Rattlers capitalize.
Terrell Jennings punches it in from 1 yard out. And
joining Florida A&M made this good wide receiver core a great wide receiver core.
Let's see, but Prairie View A&M does a second time around, and Sharif C gets to the quarterback. First sack of the game from the Rattler defense, loss of 8.
And we like the offense, but this Florida A&M defense is the real deal, and it all starts in the trenches. All 4 of these defensive linemen can get after the ball carrier, whether it's a running back or a quarterback. And you see right there, winning the one-on-one matchup. To me, when I look at Florida A&M, what makes this defense so good is their depth on the defensive line and how good, particularly their interior linemen are. When you talk about Stanley Mentor, James Ash.
Success at Prairie View A&M was their head coach before he took the head job here. On 3rd and long, and they just elect to run it off, getting to the original line of scrimmage, and solid run, a gain of about a dozen for Caleb Johnson. That's going to bring up 4th down and likely the punting unit on for the Panthers.
And at this university well in the National Football League, congratulations to the Riley family, as you said, on his long overdue induction to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Well, Terrell Jennings with a nice hole up the middle, and a solid gain for Jennings, as so far team not only protecting a home field streak, but also a 9-game winning streak as well. Jeremy Musa on first down, play action, going up the seam and overthrows Marcus Riley, and clearly you saw contact, and the official quickly threw out the laundry. 32-yard line. TJ Lee making sure everyone's lined up, gets everybody in order. Jeremy Musa with time, looks, and complete to Kamari Young as we send it to the studio with a quick update. A trip to the Cricket Celebration Bowl in Atlanta later this month is on the line. The anticipation coming in, and Jennings running right up the gut, gets first down yardage, and just a little bit more after that pickup of it's out of the SWAC East. We mentioned a banner year in conference play, going 8-0. And the handoff to Marcus Riley. The speedster on the left side tries to shrug off a few tackles and is brought down at the 1 yard line. Gain of 19, and Travion Green kept him out of the end zone.
Creative play caller once again.
Rattlers come to the line, got their jumbo package in, and clearing the way for Terrell Jennings, who's stopped just short at the goal line. Coming up with the stop. And here on 3rd and goal, and Musa is able to sneak it in for the score. Touchdown, Rattlers. So Jeremy Musa out of Chino Hills, California, here in Tallahassee at the end of the night. Prairie View A&M, Marquise Doucette on the return of the kickoff. And all on that right side, 35-yard line, Doucette still going. And finally brought down around the 40.
You know, and every time I come to Tallahassee, I'm always kind of like, these schools get closer and closer. 2 blocks, maybe?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. Ahmad Antoine in the backfield checking in for the first time. He takes the handoff and brought down by Allen Smith Jr. A pickup of 7 for Antoine, the 5th. Here on 2nd and 3, David Murray in motion, moves to that left side and trying to create a little space for Ahmad Antoine, who once again is tackled by Allen Smith Jr. Really close to the marker, and I think they're going to give him a first down.
And that's a good run. You know, we talked about it. Florida A&M makes you work for every inch in between the tackles. And it all starts with those big fellas there. So you can have some success off tackle if you can get there. But those guys just make a play time after time again.
Jay, what were we talking about with Bubba McDowell? I said, hey, we've got to be more physical up front. They out-physicaled us the first time as Trayvon Connolly throws it away with pressure in his face.
Yeah, and Coach McDowell said that, but I'm like, I just don't know what
here for his offense on 3rd and 6. The pass incomplete, perhaps a miscommunication there on the route as Shamar. Here on 1st and 10, Kelvin Dean joining Musa in the backfield. Back to pass, flings it out to Dean and brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A tackle for a loss of 6 by DeJuan Lewis.
Yeah,
this Riley, the wide receiver, already had some big plays. Musa grows into the middle of the field and short for Shareed, incomplete, and 3rd down.
You have to make that throw right there.
3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. And Musa looking for Shareed, and he got turned around on the route, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And the Panthers with the hold on defense as to the Cricket Celebration Bowl to face off against the MEAC champion, Howard Bison. As Trayvon Connolly buying himself some time, the coverage there, and Kendall Bowler was all in the face of the receiver, Chris Aaron. No flag comes out. Back honors on 2nd and 10. Trayvon Connolly sees Connor Wisham move to his left, the sophomore in the backfield for the first time, and short hop to the receiver, Heron. Pass incomplete, and 3rd down upcoming. Connolly out of Dallas, Texas. They need a big play from him here on 3rd down. Connolly looking downfield in the middle of the field, and the pass is short to Trajan Spiller. And the punting unit action in the SEC Championship in Atlanta.
I can't wait till those rankings come out. I cannot wait. Because somebody's just going to get their feelings hurt. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt. It's shaping up that way. And this will probably depend on what happens.
Alabama wins, right?
Oh, yeah. If Alabama wins,
Alabama
if Alabama wins, then yes, they go and Georgia. Yes. I'm saying Georgia's getting in my opinion, they're getting in regardless. If they lose now, they win today.
A lot of shifting and motion in Simmons' offense to try to throw off the defense as play action pass. Musa with time, looking and nearly intercepted as the closest person to it was Pearson. Travis Norvell has done over at Florida State, and Willie Simmons here at Florida A&M. It's been quite a buzz in the capital city. Yant on the run to the right side. And short yard pickup there. Tackle made by Ahmad Robinson.
Take advantage of this defense. See, there goes the movement.
And they hand it off to Yant. And Yant, who stumbles backwards and falls in a fortuitous position to pick up the first down.
Didn't I tell you he was...
Cardell Thomas, you mentioned Yant as well. A couple of transfers brought in from Power 5 programs. Yant coming over after 3 seasons with Nebraska, and he's a big bruising bowling ball, tough to bring down. What'd you say was 235, partner?
235 with a quick first step down at the bottom of your screen with a tackle lined up in the slot.
How often do you see it? Coben calling for it, throws him off. There's Kamari Young, stretches out and brought down at about the 1 yard line. They're going to...
Lucky that they retained possession.
Musar already snuck one in here. Jaquez Yant now getting on the scoring party. Florida A&M touchdown. They move down the field and put up another score on Prairie View A&M, and the Rattler fans and Rattler Nation loving what they're seeing. October 28th, when we were here for FAMU's homecoming, we played a solid first half, and then we imploded in the second half. But they put up a lot of points, did FAMU, off their defense, as a pass complete and a pickup of a first down after Mekhi Metcalf gains 15, or rather 16 there.
And if the D-line, you can neutralize them by the quick passing game and get to the secondary, that's how you can produce some yards.
Trying to bounce to the outside, but a number of orange jerseys mirroring the ball carrier as Wisham is forced out of bounds.
This is...
You're on 2nd and 9. Connolly scrambling out of the pocket, makes something out of nothing, slides just a couple of yards short of that first down marker.
Can't make that mistake because this defense is so...
So instead of 3rd and 3, it's now 3rd and 8. Obvious passing situation as Connolly tries to escape the pocket but can't get away. That's Gentle Hunt.
Called him not so Gentle Hunt. One of my favorite players to cover across the country from his defensive tackle.
For now, very different story. Remember, this game was delayed by at least 30 minutes because of the weather. Terrell Jennings on that right side. The carry hurdling the defender. He's still on his feet, but a flag is out. Terrell Jennings showing off
what he's doing right now with these plays, these explosive plays that we are seeing.
Well, thanks so much, Larisha, overcoming so much throughout his career, as that one incomplete to David Manigo. First time he's been targeted, but Willie Simmons says, hey, when you think about a guy who is resilient. Second and 20, and through the hands of Kamari Young. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Rattlers. Of 21 for only 150 yards in that last game. I've been bothered by a little bit of a shoulder injury. He shrugged it off, and there again, just not on the same page with his receivers. And 4th down on the way.
21, he's going to have to make some throws.
Only has a rush on the season for 13 yards and trying to complete his first pass of the season. Instead, it's intercepted. Morgan with his 2nd INT of the ball game. Well, he emerged into a really good...
rower position. And he just sits there and he's looking like, oh, thank you. That's where you're going? I'll take that. Not only you want to start your entrance in this game if you're Kenneth Patterson, threw it right to him. Florida A&M confused the young fella.
Well, his first pass of the C product, Javen Morgan, gives this offense great field position from the Panthers 45, and Riley was hit as he threw, and feeling that was Kendon Jones who came up. So it's 2nd and 10 after that review, and getting to them quickly and bringing down the ball carrier was Travion Green out of Fort Worth, Texas. He's that fast guy.
Willie Simmons is going to find some way to get to some type of trips formation so he can attack the too high look, try and find the seam.
Trying to anticipate and coming off the edge, the flag thrown and into the hands of Jennings, who's undercut.
That'll be coming back, but that's why I call him old Slick Willie. See, he sets you up.
Well, there's the trips you were talking about there to the top of the screen. Musa surveying the field, feeling some pressure, avoids C.J. Presley, and had the man and just short hopped it to Marcus Riley, incomplete series ago, and back at the helm. Connolly the pass, and it's complete to Spiller as we sit it down to Larisha.
On the tackle, number 3, Kendall Bowman.
And run to the locker room and then back into the medical tent where they did some work on him. He was on the sidelines warming up. He was nurturing his throwing arm, but we see him back in the game, and that's a good thing.
All right, and you see Brian Jenkins Jr., who's in the ballgame. Remember, he had a concussion before that.
Brian Jenkins was the head coach at Bethune-Cookman. Get himself in trouble, but he was probably the ultimate Rattler killer. I mean, he had the Wildcats competing at their highest level in a long time.
Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference play, both Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M moved over to the SWAC back in 2021.
Oh, nice throw. Nice execution on that play. You can see in the arm strength.
Going up the ladder was Trajan Spiller to hold.
He's back out here. Hats off to that young man. That's football.
That one batted away, but it speaks to the resiliency of this Prairie View A&M team as a whole. You know, when we had a chance to enter Tallahassee in the SWAC Championship game on a 3-game winning streak, but trailing by 3 scores, Connolly has to make some magic happen, and the pass complete here, and deeper into Rattler territory as Shamar Savage was bumped out of bounds. On the carry is Caleb Johnson, and Johnson, determined run there from the transfer out of Memphis, Tennessee into the red zone after that 14-yard effort.
Seeing a running back.
Great to see him bounce back after a calf injury when he faced the Rattlers the last time. And again, tough running up ahead for Johnson, an all-SWAC selection a couple of years ago. Pickup of 2. First half, 2 timeouts to work with for Prairie View. They're searching for their first points of the game. They hand it back off to Caleb Johnson, and Johnson is in for the score. That wipes off the shutout off the board, and an 8-yard touchdown run for Caleb Johnson.
Look at him. Look at
Them bring it to a 2-score deficit.
Yeah, a little bit surprised. Florida A&M continued to only put 6 people in the box. 2 liners.
First ever in the SWAC. As Terrell Jennings is bottled up by a number of white jerseys, and some extracurricular going on afterward with Keyshawn Johnson and the guys up front after Johnson made the tackle. Under center. With 3 seconds left on the play clock, gets it off. Terrell Jennings, who started out this game on the carry, and not much.
But I think the health of Connolly is the important thing for Prairie View A&M.
With Gassett in motion, they hand it off to the running back, and Jennings is brought down from behind as the tackle made.
We're going to try and get some type of rub or crossing route.
Musa delivers there to Marcus Riley, who shakes a tackler. Still going, Mulmore and Green bringing him down.
Action is a good job finding the one-on-one matchup, but you have to think curl route's not the route you want to throw as a quarterback versus man-to-man, but the athleticism of Riley, more yards, and now you're on the ropes. They have to stop giving up the explosive plays.
The toss to Dean, trying to find a little crease, does so. Falls forward, and Dean, South leading Jaguars, taking on a very desperate Cincinnati Bengals team here. Out of the injury timeout, 3rd and 4, and pass incomplete to Jamarie.
Rookie got his first sack a week ago against the Commanders, so good job by them, and proud of the job that Hodge has done representing Prairie View A&M in the pros.
41-yard attempt for Cameron Gillis, and the field goal is no good. Wide left on the attempt, and now the rain just unloads.
Of the year in HBCU football, a true difference maker for Florida A&M.
Ahmad Antoine, after that touchdown run on the last possession, is brought down by Deco Wilson, the free safety.
4 defensive linemen.
The carry on 2nd and 5. And a short gain there for Antoine.
And the Storm just now making their way back into the stadium, trying to help their team pull off an upset.
Huge 3rd down here. Chris Herron trying to find some room, does so. Tackled by James Ash, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Gain of 9.
Stop the run. So they're not bringing anybody in there, that 7th guy.
The handoff to Connor Wisham, and that's Ash and Anthony Dunn Jr. Less than 2.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down. Herron looking for some room, scrambling. There's Dunn. Disruptive he is, as his ears were burning. And now, here on 3rd and 11, Prairie View. Obvious passing situation, escaping Dunn. Gets it away and nearly intercepted by Lovey Jenkins. On the handoff to Marcus Riley, and Riley, good scamper there on 1st down.
Guys, we got to do a better job protecting. If we give Musa a clean pocket, he's like an assassin. So you don't see them getting beat, giving up a lot of sacks.
Jennings hauling off with a big run here. Terrell Jennings, who is playing inspired football. We heard it from Larisha earlier in the game.
But Penix he's legit too.
Yeah.
He's legit, and he's winning. He doesn't have the losses that Daniels has on his record, so.
Pac-12 champion Washington Huskies, and there Jeremy Musa delivers it, and it's going to be incomplete. Did they say he comes up with it?
Oh, they need to talk about where's his next stop going to be. How long will they be able to keep him here in Tallahassee? They get the home field advantage because he's a Florida boy. He's from down here. But that coaching, he's hot. He's a real hot commodity right now.
Jennings on the carry, giving chase, but they can't get to him. Terrell Jennings into the end zone. Jennings, 2nd score of the game. 33.
Starting to show here in the 2nd half. It's a big hole, but you have to make that tackle. Right there, you've got to bring him down. And the rest is a foot race, and you see the speed by the big fella.
Same position as when they began this football game. And a backup quarterback in, the wide receiver moved over, and they've been keeping it on the ground. Connor Wisham there on a carry, a gain of 3.
Defense saying we can stop your run without bringing the guy into the box, even when you have a running quarterback in the game.
The cutback from Caleb Johnson, and Johnson is stopped, but not before picking up the 1st down. You have to check that.
Have the tight end out there. We've got threat of 4 wide receivers, 2 guys in the backfield that can run.
Herron looking, decides to take off and run, and you see a flag flying out in the midst of that play.
So that should be a flag. They play almost a fight.
Right. 1st and 20. Feeling the pressure and somehow escaping to make positive yards out of that play. Pick up a 4. Wisham in the backfield to the left, and Herron keeps it, giving chase, but they can't catch up to Chris Herron. Chris Herron taking off down that sideline. Ball is popped loose, but out of bounds into Rattler territory. Herron, once again, you talked about that athleticism. Isaiah Major, the defensive leader, coming up to make the tackle from behind.
You see that pump fake?
Able to get it off. The pass is intercepted. Deco Wilson coming up with the big 3rd of the game for the Rattlers. So just as Prairie View.
A little bit of pressure on the pocket, and Aaron, they kind of caught on to him. He's just trying to run around, but he must have seen something, but find someplace else to go with the football. Nobody around. That enabled Wilson with the interception.
His second pick of the season, and you see him getting it right at the goal line in the return to help bring out some breathing. Start off this game. The toss over to Will Hoyt, Leland Will Hoyt, a new face in the backfield for the Rattlers.
In this game, but Jennings started picking up momentum, ripping off some big runs. And let's not forget his highlight reel run that he had was negated by a holding penalty. I think today Jennings showed that he was best football player on the field.
Career high for him tonight with Musa. High snap handled by Musa. Pulls it down, completes to Kamari Young, the tight end. And Young picks up the first down. Get Celebration Bowl in Atlanta. Will Hoyt getting to the outside, shedding a couple of tacklers, and then brought down by Keyshawn Johnson.
Be an interesting matchup too. I mean, Howard
and that was back in 2016, Grambling State.
and Devontae Kincaid and Martez Carter and those guys. Broderick Fobbs was the head coach.
And, you know, that was part of the conversation. Questions was, you know, could this program see sustained success and have a leader like a Jake Gaither and Eddie Robinson in company? For more on that, listen.
We're trying to secure a spot in the Celebration Bowl, but ultimately we want to have that sustainability. We don't want to be a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, you're right about that. Couple of spin moves from Leland Will Hoyt. Jay, your thoughts on it?
Well, you know, the college football landscape is short and donate.
It's V Week at ESPN when we partner with the V Foundation to highlight the urgent need for cancer research. And this is game-changing research, folks, that helps save lives, and you can join the fight against cancer visiting v.org.
Realize how many people would touch. I'll never forget when my daughter Jasmine was like in the 5th grade. In the 5th grade, she's still learning about life, and then she had a classmate become affected with cancer, and they said, we need to do something about this, and who are you going to start playing for and praying for? And she said, well, school. Those folks made them reservations at halftime. At halftime, and many of them made it a week ago.
Leland Will Hoyt hurdling a defender. We saw that earlier in this game with Terrell Jennings. This time as Leland Will Hoyt, an 18-yard pickup, but a flag way to Atlanta for the Cricket Celebration Bowl. They say they brag different here at Florida A&M. And the FAMU Rattlers are champions of the Southwestern Athletic Conference for the first time. They're headed to the A, baby.
Congratulations, Rattlers. Job well done. And just the emotion you see from Coach Simmons. This meant a lot to him. This meant a lot to Florida A&M after being so close. But